Max Verstappen's first stint at the Nürburgring 24 Hours was as electric as it was memorable. Daring overtakes and on-the-limit driving has seen the F1 champion put his team in a solid position after over 8 hours of racing. With Danny Juncadella taking the race start, it was a frantic opening lap with the number 3 Mercedes making contact with the Lamborghini, which led to a puncture and resulted in Juncadella up to P2 after lap 1. That didn't last long, however, as on the next lap, the Spaniard lost 2 positions while navigating through traffic. Juncadella was running P3 until lap 7 when he made a pit stop, and it was time for Verstappen's Nürburgring 24 debut. The Dutchman took over and the team was in P10 when he returned to the track. He wasted no time in exciting the fans as he had a Code Brown moment on his first lap where he got loose over a bump and nearly lost it into the wall. Luckily, he didn't lose any positions, and from then on, Verstappen was a driver possessed. He overtook the number 26 Mercedes on lap 9, which moved him up into 9th place, and then on the next lap, he passed the number 7 Lamborghini for P8. The second hour of action was an overtaking clinic from Verstappen, and then on lap 13, it was a classic move from the 4-time F1 champion. Around the outside of the Mercedes at full throttle, and on the grass just for good measure, and that pass secured a net P3 for the number 3 Mercedes. Going into the third hour, and the Nordschleife was taking its victims. The Ferrari of Thierry Vermeulen crashed out, and his race was done. The leaders pitted on lap 15, but Team Verstappen Racing elected not to change their drivers, and they recycled back into the race in 5th position. Lap 16 saw a clever overtake from Max, as he caught the BMW napping in a caution zone when it turned green for racing. Things got interesting when light rain began to fall, but in the next lap, Verstappen went full send mode on the Manthey Porsche as he passed the 911 down into turn 1 with a move into 3rd place. The conditions caught out one of the frontrunners as the number 16 Audi ran into trouble and had to eventually retire because of the damage. Verstappen, on the other hand, was flying, and he made his move for the lead on lap 19. From P3, he overtook the Mustang and the Aston Martin at the end of the Döttinger Höhe, and for the first time in his career, Max Verstappen was leading the Nürburgring 24 Hours. He settled into the lead and was building a nice gap until one of the big dramas happened in around hour 5 of the race. Top contender Kevin Estre spun out in the 911 Porsche, which ended his race, but also strangely enough, the Ford Mustang of Arjun Maini spun out in the exact same place not long after. Handling the rain and changing conditions, Verstappen ended his first stint on lap 22 when he handed the car over to Jules Gounon as he had built up a lead of 25 seconds. Speaking to the media after his stint, the Dutchman spoke about his first impressions of the Nürburgring 24 Hours.
Yeah, it was good. Initially, of course, I was a bit stuck in traffic, so it was a bit difficult to clear the cars. But once I cleared a few of them, and then the weather kicked in with a few laps of slippery conditions, that's I think where we made a difference. And then the car was good. I mean, trying to stay out of trouble, but at the same time you have to push and you have to try and be on the limit, which is always, I think, a difficult compromise to find, but it worked out fine.
So that's all the action so far in the Nürburgring 24 Hours. With rain in the air and darkness falling, things are about to get tense around the green hell. I'll be back following the conclusion of the race with your full recap and highlights video.